Righto, this is Dave's little fix video here. Oh, hello. So this is the still pressure washer we've got here. You know, just to save a whole lot of mucking around, I've already pulled it down. And this is the motor that come out of the machine there to give you a bit of an idea. Now, I did take the wires off of here. It's an earth wire there, these two wires here. I just made sure I took a photo of the configuration before I pulled the motor assembly off, or the whole motor assembly, and pump out of the unit. These little feet here, they're actually like this one here, so they're the rubber engine mounts. Now just beware when you do pull these out, so once you do get it out and you pull the pump apart, which is on the pump, that's the pump here, so that bit there, she very carefully, I won't flip it over at the moment, that sits up on the top here. You can see the locators here and here and down here, and that bolts onto there. Now how it works, so when this motor spins around, this here is offset, so it's got a high point up here and low, and then high and low. So imagine that's going like this when it's spinning really fast, and it rubs against the back of these here going like this, which means it's pushing this one in, and then it releases it, and then pushing this one in and releasing, and pushing this one in and releasing, and so on, going around, 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 around. Now if that's spinning at several thousand revolutions per minute, then it's also going to be pumping those things pretty hard there. Here obviously you can see where our water coming in and the water flipping around and going back out. So on the other side of that, when we flip it over, there's the other side of our three little pins that we're going in and out pumping. Okay, if I could get this in the spot, I might be able to just squeeze one there so you can see how they protrude like that. So pump, pump. And on this side here is what they're pumping into and pushing the water out. And as easy as that, and that's how a pressure wash basically works, just in case I wanted to know. Phone upside down. So what we're going to do here is we need to fix it up, and what was happening is it was starting to leak around some of the seals on the edges, and the water was squirting out into the actual unit. You can see the corrosion, how bad it is on there. Now mind you, I have had this washer, this pressure washer here for, I don't know, I reckon I must have had this thing for 6 to 10 years. It's 10 years, it has to be. It's still, so it's a good unit. It's definitely, you know, it's done a great job, and I don't really give it a lot of love, and it works really hard. So, but I reckon I might be able to just bring this back, and I'll show you a little bit of a video later of before and after. If I just make sure I carefully, with a bit of sandpaper or maybe some emery paper, just clean all this corrosion back so it gets a nice seal. I might have to put a little bit of gasket goo just around the edge there. Then put the body all back together. I'll also give this a bit of a clean out in here too, make sure it's absolutely spotless clean in there, not a speck of dust. Whack it back together and put it on there and see how we go. There's no issues with the motor at all. I've changed out the injector, which is just here. I've also changed out a new elbow, which the ice floating around up there, just to be sure. I'll change out all the low rings on here as well, and all the other different points, and she should be like brand new again. So yeah, let's see how we go, and we'll do video number 2 very shortly.